nani yatsoziwa hangu kuti masanctions but anotikanganisa even kana pamari chaipo ka zvinhu zvinenge zvakangotiomera upenyu chaiwo unotiomera.
Isusu tiri pano nhasi nekuti aiwa masanctions anyanya vana vedu havachaendi kuzvikoro havana kana mabasa vachaita nekuda kwemasanctions. Dai America yatiregererawo yabvisa masanction tiwirirane zvakanaka. Ndo chatainyanya kuvinga pano kuti nhamo atinoda kuwadzana navasunga wawadzane nesu isusu wachida zvatinoda isusu kwete kutipamba ivhu senguva yatakamboitwa semaslaves taramba.
Kuti dzvinyirira masanctions kutemerwa kunzi haukwanisi kana kuti uwane chokudya munyika yako asi nyika iri yedu kuti batira pamari chaipo tiri kuomeserwa nenyaya yekuti mari yezvezvi iri kunetsa kuti handifaniri kuyambuka bhodha ndichienda kune dzimwe nyika kana kwavo ikoko handifaniri kusvika sevo vari medu. Masanctions avari kutitemera iwayo handifanirwi kuti ndiyambuke bhodha kuenda paSouth Africa ndogona ngotemerwa inini saamai kudai kunzi mamamai mimi hamuchafaniri kutoenda kuSouth Africa nekuda kwomwe munhu. Taramba izvozvo sevana veZimbabwe tiri kuti hatichada masanctions muZimbabwe.
The illegal economic sanctions that were imposed on our motherland are economic embargoes that were put on our state-owned institutions, that were put on our individuals, and that were put on other companies for doing business in Zimbabwe. And the reason why they say they impose these sanctions to us is actually rhetoric, because they say they put these sanctions because there are human rights abuses in Zimbabwe. Actually, they say there are gross human rights abuses in Zimbabwe. They say that there is no democracy in Zimbabwe. They say there is no rule of law in Zimbabwe. But when we actually look at all those issues, you find that we have rule of law in Zimbabwe. When we look at the Second Republic, we will see that we have seen people who hold public office being prosecuted, government officials. We have seen even people from the opposition party being prosecuted. We have seen even ordinary citizens like me being prosecuted for their crimes. So that is rule of law. There is no country without corruption. Even in the US, there is corruption. In Britain, there is corruption. Actually, every country has one way or another form of corruption, but it's actually the sanctions that have crippled our economy. It's the sanctions that have deindustrialized Zimbabwe. That's why the ordinary citizens are not employed today. So we are contesting against these sanctions because we want to have our economic independence as Zimbabweans. We want to enjoy our economic freedoms, and we want to be a part of the family of nations that the sanctions have actually removed us from. Just last month, we wrote 66 letters to the Black congressional members, asking them to reconsider our issue on sanctions, asking them to raise the issue in their own parliament so that Zidera can be repealed. Why? Because we thought that they would be compassionate with us since they are also of African origin, just like us.
The 4th of July is the independence of the USA. And whilst they're enjoying their independence, Zimbabweans are suffering because of the economic sanctions that they imposed on Zimbabwe. So what we're basically saying today, Zimbabwe, we also need our economic independence. Who is US to bully Zimbabwe into servitude? We are not a part of the United States of America. Zimbabwe is a sovereign state and should be allowed to trade with whosoever we want to trade with. We demand our economic freedom today and not tomorrow.